Hi, this is Elizabeth Clare Brewington with Elton Brewington, and we are with Discover Brightside, the video podcast. And I am here in the studio with a very, very important guest, and her name is Reece. And Reece is an executive coach, and she does leadership. So, for all you business founders and veteran founders and women owned businesses, you want to pay attention to this interview. And I'll tell you why, because we're going to talk today about resources and what's available out there to help you with your business. So, Reece, I was so impressed with you writing to us to be on our show. And tell us a little bit about you and your executive coaching and your leadership.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, Elizabeth. It's great to meet you. Great to be here. So my background is currently I'm an executive coach and I do a DISC birds assessment, which is a behavioral assessment that really helps companies evaluate their employees. And the number one issue that I help, especially small businesses with, is the communication issue. So I find a lot of small businesses can fail right out the door if they don't have good communication skills. And so my background prior to doing all of this work was I was an entrepreneur. So I was a small business owner. So I know the aches and pains that small business owners feel. It's tough. It's tough getting out there and it's tough putting all of the pieces together. You can feel scattered, overwhelmed, exhausted, and you need a lot of energy. You need a coach. You need someone to give you that guidance to help you push through some of those barriers that you will have. All small businesses starting out will have barriers. And so one of my specialties is helping leaders or the small businesses get past that fear barrier. And then secondly, I help them evaluate some patterns that they have maybe brought in from other companies or from their past way of communicating. And so I really thrive and have succeeded with many small business owners to get past those old patterns of behavior and barriers. And I have a lot of different tools in my tool belt. You had mentioned, Elizabeth, SCORE. So I actually started my business out by going to SCORE. I did not have a business background. And so there's so many tools at your fingertips, and I'd be happy to dive in, talk a little bit more about those as well.
Yeah, I use Score all the time. I have my mentor, and Score is a program where very experienced people become your mentors. And they also host events. They've recently started charging, which is new now. They never charged before, but they've started to charge for their events. They do have a lot of free events as well, but I'll tell you, their events are really worth going to, and you can watch the replays on their website. So those are the services that I use. Is there anything else, any hidden source that you've used with Score?
Really? Well, a lot of what the success that I had and the success that some of my clients have had is through networking. So networking groups on through LinkedIn, joining those small or large networking groups and really getting involved, building the relationships, it really helps to support you in your business growth.
Yes, I totally, that's really sound advice. That's really great. And then if you're doing networking, I highly recommend that you put your calendar link out there because you'll meet so many people that you won't have time to email them and back and forth. So if people can just go on your calendar and make an appointment with you, you're into the next level of selling. So that was one of the first things I found out when I did these networking groups was that it takes a lot of time because you write to them and they write to you, and so it's easier to just send out a link. Any other tips and advice? So I know there's SCORE and then there's the SBA loans and lenders that you can tap into. So what are some of the resources that small business owners have if they want a loan or funding or they're looking for some sort of help?
Yeah, 100%. So definitely want to start with the Chamber of Commerce. So find your local Chamber of Commerce. There's a lot of resources, free resources that they provide as well. And that's part of the relationship building as well, but really connecting with your local Chamber of Commerce center and then local economic development offices. So just doing a simple Google search, trying to find those two resources will really kind of get you going and kind of get some creative juices flowing for you to know where to go next.
Yeah, also very good tips. Also, you can do networking at chamber events, so you can meet new clients and new prospects as well. So yeah, so any places to go for loans or grants or anywhere that people can get financial assistance?
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to depend on, your industry, but your local chamber of commerce is going to be able to give you the guidance on specific loans or grants. I am a big fan with a lot of my clients. I help them actually with AI to dig in and find those resources. There's a lot of resources out there. And one of the skills that I do that I help teach my small business owners is how to use AI to actually find the funds that they need. There's a lot out there, and it's just a matter of applying, taking the time to apply for them, and just make sure there's a lot out there. It's just a matter of getting it done.
You know, Reese, you are such a valuable resource. I mean, really. So, business owners, I highly, highly recommend that you go and meet Reese and get some help to find resources and help that's available for you today. So, you need to get in touch with her. So, how do people get in touch with you? What are the services that you offer? And where can people find you?
Yeah, I have my website currently is bmetransform.com. And so I provide executive coaching. I provide disc birds assessments. And I also host leadership retreats as well. I created a program called Clear, which really helps you first identify what your block is, what your patterns are that are holding you back from really flourishing in your small business. You identify the pattern, and then you tap into what is keeping you stuck in that block. And then we work through clearing out the issues that are causing that block, so that you can go ahead and show up and revitalize your business. So I can be reached through my website, body mind energy transformations.com is another domain I have.
Oh, I love it. I really do. So I'll make sure that the link is available to you, audience. And if you have a question, write us a question and then we'll try to answer as best as we can. If we don't have an answer, we'll go to Reese and ask her. But there are resources for you. There's money available, there's loans, there's grants, if you don't have customers, there are networking events that she talked about on LinkedIn. And so if you have a business, get help, get resourced, and get networked. So it's very important. So this interview is very dear to my heart. So thank you so much for your valuable information.
You're welcome.